Covidius Britannicans, did you know that COVID testing and tracing, but particularly testing, revolves around two pillars? I think pillars of wisdom are mentioned in the Bible somewhere. There's also something similar with Samson tearing down pillars in a temple, showing how strong he was. Yep. But these are COVID pillars. Pillar 1 is infections public related. Pillar 2 is non-public related infection data. As Ray James says here, according to both of those pillars, even in Leicester, they aren't disclosing even a third of the infections to us. Wave 2 is already in full swing. Did you ever, whether you live in Leicester, where my children were born and spent the early years of their life, where I went to Leicester Polytechnic, did you ever think, whether you live in Leicester or not, the government would ever reveal the true nature of the infections and the number of people concerned to you? Did you ever think they would? Even when they get the tests, you're not going to find that out. Scary, isn't it? Absolutely scary. Bearing in mind, test and trace doesn't work. And you've got to go miles, even in Leicester. I think you've even got to go out of Leicester to get tested. Isn't that brilliant? Right, let me read you then another one. Thought for today from Nicholas Roach, who posted about 15 minutes or so ago. Reports that many garment factories in Leicester force their workers to remain at work with little or no social distancing measures in place. Published today, and in addition to the exposure yesterday on Channel 4 News. If true, that's bad enough. Well, he is quoting from Channel 4 and Channel 4 News. Okay, so go back and look at all the stuff if you want. He also says, and I'll give you his due, he makes this quite clear, there are also allegations. Please note, and he puts this in brackets, allegations, please hear this, allegations of furlough fraud. That's even worse. Anyone committing that is appalling, absolutely disgusting. I really don't care. But here's the next bit I think you need to watch carefully, because I can now see, and I totally agree with Richard. It is Nicholas rather, Nicholas. I totally agree with Nicholas. This last part is even more important. Yeah, I think it's really important, and I've spent a long time living in Leicester, as I say. I studied there. Yeah, it is a multiracial, multicultural, multi-ethnic city, and it's always been fantastically anti-racist, even going back to my teens. Yeah, watch carefully as the rabid racists, bit of alliteration there, I like it, ethno-nationalists use these allegations, note the word again, allegations, to fuel their hatred and stir up trouble. I expect they will. People of Leicester be very aware of that. I think they're bound to do it. Watch carefully as the government, notorious users of divide and rule as part of their main policy, stoke the fires from afar. Oh, I think it's going to happen. I just watch it develop. They're going to do that, yeah, because anything that divides people, anything that divides even an entire city, well, that's great. Yep, they like that. Now we have a doctor from the British Medical Association speaking in the Leicester Mercury. Boy, oh boy, even when I was a student, I think I had stuff published in the Leicester Mercury. Published in the Leicester Mercury, this doctor is local coronavirus data is... Oh, it's a bit small here. It's essential that data is up to date and helps us to save lives. Up to date, correct data. Well, clearly they're not getting it. British Medical Association has implored, do you like that? implored, they used the word implored the government to give them timely, comprehensive, and reliable information about cases in their area to help contain the spread of COVID 19. It comes after data obtained by the, quote, Leicester Mercury revealed Downing Street publicly sorry about that. After accessible tracker, after the publicly accessible tracker left out the publicly accessible tracker left out more than 90% of the recent cases as it put the focus on lockdown in the UK. A huge gap between figures collected from NHS labs and those available locally. Yeah? It's disgusting. Yeah? Not only does track and trace not work, yeah? You're not even getting reliable data. Why do you think Leicester was begging to be locked down? Okay, we're going more onto this local thing now. Coronavirus, Bradford and London boroughs among 36 at risk. 36 at risk that could be just days from local lockdowns. They don't want to lock down though, do they? If they go back to even local lockdowns, like they said they would if they needed to. But what's going to happen to herd immunity? I'm sorry. From the beginning, it has always been, what if a few old and sick people die? Doesn't matter. Save the economy. Let's get herd immunity. Yeah, there you go. Now, if you do happen to live in Leicester, hear the Daily Star, and I don't often go, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, Daily Star. But if you do live in Leicester, the Daily Star today, for 50 pence, only 50 pence for your Daily Star. Yep. Live in lockdown Leicester live in lockdown Leicester and run out of bog roll. Why not stick to the rules like decent folk? Simply wear our tried and tested face masks and get out and go out for a drive. We hear there's plenty of toilet paper at Barnard Castle. There you go. The Barnard Castle defence. The Cummings defence. If you're going or you're Cummings, you've now got a Cummings defence. And we do notice him here actually with the eyeglasses on, but of course don't forget, yeah, you could be driving to test your eyesight, couldn't you? The Cummings eyesight defence, yeah, that's fine, yeah. So there it all kicks off, and it's gonna continue to kick off, and of course we all know that big second wave is on the way, but who really cares? Yeah. Now, we were going on yesterday about Boris and build. Knob the builder? Bob the builder. Bob the builder of penthouses, mansion houses, private estates, seafront developments, wharf developments, yacht marinas. Yeah, that's the kind of thing Bob the Builder or Knob the Builder will be into. And that's the only kind of building, okay? So, from Steve Bell. And again, a lovely reference to Bob the Builder there being Churchillian. Let me just show you, because the cartoon speaks for itself. Yeah, don't you just love it? Yeah, absolutely. I have nothing to offer, but nothing itself. We have nothing to offer but blood, sweat, and tears. This is not the end. It is not even the arse end of the end. It is but the beginning of Johnson's buttocks. Buttocks. Hello, buttock boy. We're going to announce and build, build, build on my name, because Britain can take it right on the buttocks. Smack that coronavirus. British pluck can beat it. So there we go. Is he really going to face the Commons grilling after ministers order lockdown in Leicester? Is he really? Come on. Yeah, come on. Who's going to grill him? Yeah. Is Starmer going to grill him? Don't make me laugh. Don't make me laugh. He's not going to face a grilling. He'll crack a few little funnies. Just think of his, Boris buttocks there. He'll shake his blonde mop a bit and probably go, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, and everyone have a little laugh, won't they? They'll have a little laugh at Boris, yeah. The man who said, Dom is outstanding on the 29th of June in the radio, in Times Radio. There you go. Dom is outstanding. Cummings defence, Cummings defence, Cummings defence. If you're leaving defence around Leicester, just quote the Cummings defence. Oh, and while you're thinking about build, 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 which is, his latest thing, got build, 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 they're selling off NHS buildings, properties and all that lot. It's what you always do. You sell the assets off first, yeah? More of them going now, yeah? Selling them all off. It's a nice little sell-off. It's all being readied for privatisation. Can you not wait until the coronavirus has maybe finally finished hitting? Yeah, as it, I guess, eventually will. The Tories will be delighted at all the sick, old and dependent people they have allowed it to kill. They'll be delighted. Billionaires will have you all back at work, earning them more billions. Yeah, everything will be privatised. And that's it. When that happens, tell me, have you had time to pay in for your private healthcare? Yeah? I mean, on your 0 hours contract, on your housing benefits, on your universal credit or something like that, have you had time, besides trying to feed yourself, besides trying to heat and light your house, besides trying to pay what poll tax you have to pay, besides trying to pay for your basic essentials to living, yeah? Have you had time to save some money for your private health insurance? Tell me, have you? Have you got it all put away for when you got to buy your first policy? Yeah? How much do you think it's going to cost you? What when they refuse to insure you? It's coming, and it's coming even quicker now. And everything, even a disaster, even an epidemic like COVID, is used by the Tories to get us closer to that time when everything can be privatised, yeah, is to return us to the Victorian age. By the time, maybe this time next year, do you think workhouses will be back? I suspect workhouses will be back. Let's give it a year, see if the Tories have reintroduced the workhouse. Bye.